mean, everyone on the field can score a touchdown, especially in this offense. So, yes, just seeing his improvement since he first got here. He's a guy that listens. Actually, one of my favorite things is back in OTAs, me and Fred got an opportunity to talk to the rookies right before we all leave, before the training camp, the 40 days away. And one of the things I always talk about is when you're a rookie, just be a sponge. Everything, like just look at what vets do, guys who are successful, look at what they do, and also look at what people do not very well. And I think Jair's a guy who listened to that, absorbed a bunch of information. He does the things that really good ball players do, whether it's taking care of your body, the mental side of it, the extra film, talking to your coaches about stuff, and then taking every day seriously in practice to try to get better. And so that's why he was set up, for his opportunity today, which I'm very proud of.
George, can you talk about the great day that Brock Purdy had? He had a perfect passer rating.
Yeah, it's just some quarterback, right? It's crazy. Just a guy who, another guy who's just taking advantage of his opportunity. Brock's fantastic, the way that he shows up every single day. I like, someone asked him about his mindset. How can he be so aggressive and protect the football? And he talked about being a surgeon, he talked about having zero fear. And just that quote from him by itself just shows his maturity level and how he understands the game and what it means to play quarterback at a high level while being aggressive and taking care of the football. So that really made me happy to hear that. But then he doesn't surprise me. Like, he does that every single week. He does it every single day. And you can just tell, playing football aggressively and having fun time doing it makes it a lot easier.
And I know you have fun, but how much more fun are you having after a game like this?
I'm having a lot of fun. Great times.
George, you're entering a stretch here. I know you're focused on just the next game, but the next three are all big ones. How important is this, next few weeks in terms of the shape?
Very excited about Thursday Night Football against the Seattle Seahawks. Short week. Shout out to the Rams. Good job, guys. Good job, Mike LaFleur. So thankful for them. But all that means is Seattle's going to be a little angry, and it's going to be a great game up there. It's one of my favorite atmospheres, one of my favorite places to play. They absolutely hate us, and what a great fan base to absolutely hate us. It's really fun. It's going to be an exciting game. It's going to be a physical game. We have to go up there and get a win.
George, Baker Mayfield blocked Nick Bosa and raised his arms triumphantly.
Did he? I did. I missed it.
Oh, I'm breaking news right now.
Breaking news.
But 2 plays later is when Bosa and Warner combined on the sack and good fumble. Anyway, I guess if you didn't see it, I was going to ask you, once you saw Baker Mayfield do that, did you sense maybe that was a mistake? But
Did he knock him down or something, or he just blocked him?
he blocked him kind of successfully.
You know what? I bet you Nick was just trying to not get a penalty or a fine for being a quarterback. That's probably what it was. But you know what the thing about Baker is, man? He's an absolute competitor, and you can just tell by the way he plays, especially like this year with the Bucs. He's having so much fun, and especially when you have a great, when you have Mike Evans and Godwin, you got some elite receivers, and you can just tell he's having fun out there because he's a competitive dude. And yes, if it was my choice, I would probably not hit Nick Bosa, just for your own health and safety. But that's just the type of player Baker is, and that's why Kyle talked about him so much this entire week about how he's just a competitor who's not gonna give up, and he's gonna try his best to win the game. And those are the types of guys you want to be on your team.
George, you're the Salute to Service nominee for your team. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
How important is it to you that you give back to the community within the military? Why is that such a big initiative for you?
The military, it means a lot to me. I have family members who have served. I've seen the toll it takes on families when they're overseas and they're gone from their families. I've seen that in real life. I've got a chance to work with wonderful organizations like TAPS, Emerging Vets and Players, Operation Freedom Paws, and just every time I get a chance to work with a military family or just an organization, all I can be is just thankful because these are people who sacrifice everything, from the person who is serving to their entire family, and a lot of them give the ultimate sacrifice, for this country. And because of them, we're allowed to all do this. I get to play a football game. You guys get to report on a football game, and we don't have to worry about that stuff really. So I'm always just so thankful of them, and I don't feel like our military gets enough support and recognition all the time. And so I'm very happy to be part of the NFL, who does a great job. And, I wish it was year long, but we give them a month, and being able to bring a bunch of veterans to football games weekly for me and my family, it always means a lot. Just trying to get back to them as much as we possibly can.
George, through the ups and downs we've all seen this season for you guys, 5-0, straight. Where do do you think this team is? Are you back where you have to be? Are you ascending? Where do you think you're at?
I think we're taking steps in the right direction. We're definitely not there yet. I mean, where we had 5 plays and out the first drive, you know, we started working a little bit, and then, you know, we weren't great in the bleed drill at the, we did a great job in the second half, but the first half, into the second half, we weren't great. You know, our defense had to make some plays there. And so it's just, we're taking steps in the right direction, but there's parts of our game that we need to execute a lot better at. You know, getting penalties on first down, that's what I always say, is like, if you turn the ball over at penalties on first and second down, it's hard to be a good football team, it's hard to stay on the field. And, you know, our defense is playing at a very high level right now, and that's allowing us, you know, to maybe cover up those mistakes, but that's definitely something that we need to continue to work at and get better very quickly at.
How about the red zone issues? I think you're 5 of 13, your last 13 trips, something like that down there. What are you seeing there that not finishing drives as much?
How do we do today?
1 of 4, I think.
Two of 4. I mean, I scored and Christian
Oh, yeah,
scored.
2 of 4.
Your math's not great right
No,
now.
I'm a writer.
That is true. You're not a big math guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand. It's difficult for some people.
Yeah. For me.
Yeah, I know. It's not you, it's me. Again, like, it's just one of those things we need to be better at. You know, thankfully, you know, we have a kicker who's making those field goals. That's really important just to get points on the board. But when you're playing really high-powered offenses and stuff like that, you have to score touchdowns. You just have to. Otherwise, you know, they're eventually gonna, you know, do something against our defense, you know, score a touchdown. Like, everyone in the NFL gets paid to, you know, be a good football player, and, you know, teams have explosive offensive weapons, and so we need to continually get better and be more consistent in the red zone, which, you know, Kyle's gonna be sure of that, and you know, we'll just continually keep knocking on the door before we can just kick it in.
George, having observed some of the ups and a few downs that Brandon Ayuk had early in his career, how gratifying is it for you to see him playing the way he's been playing this season?
I mean, the last like 2.5 years, Brandon's only gotten better every single day. You see what he does at practice every day, training camp, OTAs, shows up just ready to roll. I'm very happy for him. I mean, I always talk about my favorite thing is just seeing guys take advantage of their opportunity. It's awesome, you know, for Ayuk to get the longest touchdown in the NFL this year. Nice 76 yarder. Brock's arm looks great. But you know, I'm just happy for him. He's a fantastic football player, runs routes the right way, has the right mindset every single day. So very happy for him and very happy for the 49ers.
One more on
Marcus,
Jair.
Maybe the last one for Marcus.
Okay.
Much higher touchdown rate with Brock Purdy than you've had previously. Are you open more with him, or are you pressuring him to get you the ball to the Iowa team?
Yes, well, it's a combination of bullying and just being open more, you know. Now, you know, I think we just have a lot of opportunities because of the way that Brock takes care of the football and the way that he is able to extend plays with his feet, and he just does a great job keeping his eyes up. And I feel like we're just staying on the field for a long time and being able to take those long drives. And you know, when you're on the field for 8 to 10 plays, and you get down to the red zone, you know, the defense is a little bit tired, and you know, they might mess up a coverage, which is, I mean, I love being open on those nice corner balls. Those are fantastic, and Brock had a great job finding it. I mean, that's a combination of our coaching staff knowing that with that one motion that we ran, they're going to change their coverage, and hey, I'm wide open. Brock knowing it, Brock setting, and us executing that on Friday when we practice it. But yeah, no, I do enjoy the fact that Brock throws me the ball in the red zone. It's fun.
Thanks, George. Brock's here for you guys.
Thanks, guys.